This isn't a Ferrari, it's not a Lamborghini, but back in 2005, it could outrun both. What you're looking at is a four-door BMW, the E60 M5, powered by a Formula One derived V10 engine. It had 5 seats, a trunk, and 500 horsepower under your right foot. It was a business-class missile that could scream to over 200 miles per hour, all while hauling your kids to school. But there's a dark side. Because the same technology that made it iconic also made it one of the riskiest performance cars to own. Ever. Let's start with the beating heart, the S85 5.0-liter naturally aspirated V10. A full-throttle, no-compromise masterpiece, producing 500 horsepower at 7,750 RPM and 384 pounds-per-foot of torque. This engine was unlike anything else on the road. Forget turbos, forget smooth V8s, this was raw, rev-hungry performance, redlining at 8,250 RPM. BMW engineers pulled tech from their Formula One experience, including individual throttle bodies for each cylinder, a semi-dry sump oiling system, and an 11:1 compression ratio. It wasn't just powerful, it was exotic. But what truly set it apart was the character. Most sedans whisper, this one screamed. At idle, it rumbled. At full throttle, it turned into a mechanical banshee. There's no modern equivalent. Even BMW today doesn't build anything with this kind of sound, this kind of response, this level of danger. And yet, they put it into a sedan. 0 to 60, 4.1 seconds. Quarter mile, low 12s. Top speed, electronically limited to 155 miles per hour, but remove that limiter and you're looking at 205 miles per hour plus in a 4-door family car. This wasn't just fast, it was terrifyingly quick for the era. Now let's talk about the part everyone loves to hate, the transmission. BMW paired the V10 with the SMG3, a 7-speed single-clutch automated manual. It was cutting edge in 2005. Formula One-style paddle shifting, multiple drive modes, launch control, shift speeds adjustable by the driver. But daily driving, that's where it got messy. In traffic, it bucked and lurched. It hunted for gears. Reversing into a tight spot felt like playing chicken with a wall. It worked best when you drove flat out, redlining every gear like you were at the Nürburgring. But on the daily commute, it was frustrating. Some owners loved the drama. Others yanked it out and swapped in a proper manual. Say, if you're enjoying this deep dive into BMW's wildest sedan, hit that subscribe button. We're not here for surface-level fluff, just pure, brutal car content. Every week. Okay, now while the E60 M5 dropped, people didn't know what to make of it. This wasn't the clean, classic design of the E39. It was angular, aggressive, controversial. The man behind it? Chris Bangle, the most polarizing designer in BMW's history. His flame-surfacing philosophy led to sharp creases, swooping lines, and a tall, high deck lid. People either loved it or hated it. But here's the thing, it aged well. 2 decades later, the E60 M5 looks like a proper muscle sedan. The quad pipes, subtle fender flares, and clean roofline give it presence without being flashy. Inside, you got BMW's first-gen iDrive system. Yeah, it was clunky, but it allowed for deep customization. You could tweak throttle response, suspension stiffness, shift speed, and even how much stability control you wanted. Hit the red M button on the wheel, and the whole car transformed. Full power unleashed, SMG sharpened, suspension tightened. You weren't just driving, you were programming the car in real time. Let's see what the E60 was up against. Mercedes had the E55 AMG, a brute with a 5.4-liter supercharged V8, pushing 469 horsepower and 516 pounds-per-foot of torque. It was quicker in a straight line, but felt like a missile with a couch strapped to it. Fast? Absolutely. But sharp? Not even close. Audi offered the RS6 with a twin-turbo V8 and all-wheel drive. Capable, but heavy. Dull steering, no drama. Meanwhile, the M5 danced, thanks to nearly 50-50 weight distribution and a sophisticated suspension. It handled like a Big 3 series. Corner after corner, it stayed flat, composed, and alert. And that engine, it begged to be thrashed. It didn't feel like it wanted to go fast. It needed to. Even today, stack up a well-kept E60 M5 against a modern performance sedan, it still holds its own. That engine gives it a uniqueness no turbocharged car can match. Now, the part that most people ignore before buying one. This car is a maintenance black hole if you're not careful. Here are just a few of the common problems. Rod bearing failure. Yes, the same issue that plagues BMW's V8s also hits the S85 V10. If they're not replaced preventatively, catastrophic engine failure can happen. Throttle actuators. Each bank has one, and when they fail, which they will, they cost thousands to replace. SMG pump. When this goes, the transmission won't shift. Expect a multi-$1,000 repair bill. Vanos. The variable valve timing system has been known to fail, and taking it apart is a surgical procedure. Fuel economy. You're looking at 12 to 14 miles per gallon on a good day. Drive it hard, single digits. Parts aren't cheap, labor isn't cheap, and because the engine bay is so packed, even basic jobs take hours. You need a specialist mechanic, not just your corner garage. And if you're not financially ready for at least $3,000 to $5,000 per year in maintenance minimum, you shouldn't even consider one. So why do people still chase it? Because cars like this don't exist anymore. There are no more V10 sedans. No more naturally aspirated screamers and luxury shells. Every new performance car is turbocharged, sound insulated, and algorithmically optimized. But the E60 M5? It's flawed, raw, alive. It wants to kill you on a cold start, then reward you with a symphony of mechanical perfection when everything's warm. It feels like a car built by enthusiasts, not committees. And collectors are noticing. Prices for clean, low-mileage examples are climbing, especially rare ones with the 6-speed manual, which was available in North America only. BMW originally never intended to offer it, but US demand forced their hand, and only about 1,300 were made. That makes it a unicorn. A V10 rear-wheel drive manual sedan built in the 2000s. That combination will never happen again. So what do we make of the E60 M5? It was outrageous, brilliant, reckless. A sedan that sprinted like a Ferrari and screamed like a banshee, all while giving you heated seats and satellite navigation. Was it unreliable? Absolutely. Was it expensive to maintain? For sure. But when it worked, when the planets aligned, there was nothing like it. It was a supercar in a business suit, and like all great legends, it didn't last. Today, it stands as a reminder of what happens when engineers get too much freedom and just enough madness. Would you own one? Let me know in the comments.